First topic of geometry. We learn some postulates, and these postulates are used to prove theorems. Now we will learn about theorems. So what is theorem and what is proof? And we will prove one theorem. So theorem means a property is supposed to be true if it can be proved. If it can be proved logically, then it is then called a theorem. That means the property which can be proved logically, the property is called theorem. And the proof of theorem means the logical argument is called its proof. Now we will prove one theorem. Now this is the theorem. The opposite angles formed by two intersecting lines are of equal measure. Already we have studied this property in previous classes. All of you know this property. Now we will prove this property as a theorem. The opposite angles formed by two intersecting lines are of equal measure. So for every theorem, we have to go to prove the theorem. We have to go step by step. The first step is to write the statement of theorem. And second step is to write the given things. Which are given things we have to write here. The third is to prove. What we have to prove, we have to write in to prove. And the last is the proof. That means the logical steps to prove the theorem. These are the steps. So in some theorems or proof, construction is required. So there we have to do construction. But in theorems, construction is not required. Now we will prove this theorem. So here two intersecting lines, line AB and line CD, intersect at point O and AOB. O is between A and B, also A is between C and D. O is the point of intersection. Now here we get two pairs of opposite angles. First pair is angle AOC and its opposite angle is BOD. This first pair. The second pair, angle BOC and its opposite angle is AOD. So we have to prove that these opposite angles are of equal measure. Now we will prove this. Now here consider these two angles. Angle AOC and angle BOC. These two angles are in linear pair. So their sum is 180 degree. Angle AOC plus angle BOC is equal to 180 degree. Statement 1. Angle AOC plus angle BOC. Because these two angles are the angles of linear pair, and you know the property, the angles of linear pair, their sum is 180 degree. So angles in linear pair. Okay. Now consider this pair, angle BOC, angle BOD. This is also linear pair of angles. So their sum is also 180. Plus angle is equal to 180. Statement 2. Same result. Angles in linear pair. Now, in these two statements, their right hand sides are equal. So, their left hand sides are also equal. Should be also equal. Therefore, angle AOC plus angle BOC is equal to angle BOC plus angle BOD. From statement first and second. Now, in this statement, angle BOC and angle BOC, this angle is common in both the sides. So, this angle gets cancelled. So here it remains angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. So in this way, our first statement is proved. Angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. By similar way, we can prove that second statement, angle BOC is equal to angle AOD. For that, you take this one pair. Angle BOC plus BOD is equal to 180, and this one pair, BOD plus COD 180. So angle BOD is a common angle, it gets cancelled and it remains angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. So in this way you can prove the second statement. In this way we have to prove the theorem. Now this proof is of direct proof. There are two types of proof of theorem, direct proof and indirect proof. Now just we have proved this theorem by direct proof. There is another one method, indirect proof. In this method, this type of proof starts with an assumption that the consequent is false. You know that consequent and antecedent in the conditional statement. That means in this indirect proof, it is assumed that consequent is false. Now using it and the properties accepted earlier, we start arguing step by step and reach a condition. The conclusion is contradictory with the antecedent or a property, which is already accepted, and hence the assumption that consequent is false goes wrong. So it is accepted that the consequent is true. That means if it is wrong, then it is true. So one type of proof is given here. See here, the conditional statement is if P is a prime number greater than 2, then it is odd. So I have to prove that if P is a prime number greater than 2, then it is odd. And you know prime number. So all prime numbers which are greater than 2 are odd numbers. We have to prove this. So here given thing is that P is a prime number greater than 2. That means you know the prime number means that is divisible only one, divisible by only one and by itself. That means 1 and that number itself are only two divisors of prime number. That means if the p is the prime number, then its divisors are only 1 and p. So here we have to prove that p is an odd number. Now here the steps are given here. Proof. Let us suppose that p is not an odd number. And then if p is not odd number, then it is even number. If the number is not odd, then it is even. Therefore, if it is even, then its divisor is 2, because every even number has its divisor 2. But it is given that p is prime number greater than 2. It is given prime number greater than 2. That means it has 1 and p are only divisors of p. So from statements first and second are contradictory. In first statement, that means 2 is divisor of p, and in second statement 1 and p are only divisors of p. That means both the statements are contradictory. Therefore, our assumption, which assumption, p is not odd number, is false, and that means it proves that a prime number greater than 2 is odd. This type of statement is called indirect proof. But usually direct proof is always used to prove the theorem.